Bam. Okay, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. I am super excited. Today is a brand new day. We're talking lust, love, and lies. As you already know, my name is Clayton Thomas, aka CT. Please only call me CT. We're getting started today. Today, we're talking about a number of different things. We're talking about relationships. This is Lust, Love, and Live, and I am about to welcome some of my very, very good friends inside of the building. Today, we have some young lady who is after my own heart in comedy. She's so funny. She's so creative. Every time I see her on stage or in person, she makes me laugh every single time. Allow me to welcome our first guest who will be joining the panel today, young Mina Q. Mina
Hey,
Q, what up?
it's me. That's who you were talking about? Oh my God.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am incredible. I love the smile as always. Now, do me a favor. Change your name, and I'm going to tell our next panelist to change their name to your Cash App. So when people feel generous and would love to bless you with some dividends, you can receive those to your Cash App. So change your name to your Cash App right now while I'm doing this introduction.
Let me figure out how to do that real quick.
If you have to, go out.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you got it? All right, cool. Yeah. All right, you do that. I'm going to bring you back. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, this young lady is also of after my own heart. She is so funny. She's so talented. She is probably the person that you will laugh and they're not trying to be funny. She's always doing her thing. She's always killing it. She's from the East Coast. And as I am doing this, I have to tell you, she is not for the BS. You understand me? We're about to have a great time with her. She's on the beach right now. Ladies and gentlemen, you know her from some of my content. You might know her from BET. You might know her from her own content. Ladies and gentlemen, Eva Evans. And how are you?
Hey, what's going on?
So it's 7 o'clock. Yeah, y'all still got the sun in New York on 7 o'clock? Yeah, so how you doing? You enjoying the beach with the straw in the mouth? You doing your thing?
I am. I'm out here with
Let me bring Mina back. So we got Mina, we got Eva. So here's how we doing it. So first and foremost, the question of the day is, what are your personal faults when it comes to dating? We see so many people that always talk about what they won't deal with and what they look for. So I want to start with Mina. Mina, you happen to be a lesbian full-heartedly, which is also dope. I want to have a different perspective on my ladies. So,
yeah,
single or in a relationship? Let me start with that.
I am chronically single. I am single by I don't know. I think when I turned gay, God was like, "No more of this. No more for you. You get nothing." So he took my tits and my opportunities. Okay.
Well, let me tell you something. Them breasts are still there, but definitely what? Let me tell you something, ladies. Make sure you keep it PG-13 just so we have repost value and all of that good stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, as you were saying.
But no, so I am single. I've been single for a while, quite a while. And okay, to answer your question, what are my flaws like in a relationship?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm being completely honest, I suffer from codependency. Like I've had that issue for a very long time, and I didn't realize it until maybe like 2 years ago. So once I realized that I was putting all these things into the relationship, expecting other people to make me feel a certain type of way. So that's probably part of the reason I'm still single, because I'm trying to like grow through that and make sure I'm not doing that with people. So I would say that's probably my biggest flaw as a person and in relationships.
Okay. So Eva, give it to me. Now are you single? You in a relationship? Talk to us.
See, I don't know what the hell going on. Honestly, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm a little bit of both at the moment.
That little bit of both is what get people get me in space back there. She said. So go ahead, keep going.
No, I mean I'm dating somebody. I'm dating someone exclusively. But we don't have no title yet.
Nice. Now here's the thing: is the title important to you?
Yes.
Now, why is the title important to you?
Because if anything happens, he could always be like, "Well, you're not my girl, though," and we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So that's why I need that title. And if I don't get it soon, I'm gonna be single.
Now, here's the thing: when women talk about the titles and when women say Well, actually, give me this also. We got the thing go before I even get into that. What are your flaws when it comes to dating?
My
You
flaws?
don't you say nothing crazy. Be honest about your flaws.
No, I'm gonna keep it a bug. My flaws, like I have a temper. I have a
Mm-hmm.
temper. I'm not even gonna hold you. I have a temper. I have a short
The temper.
You're not from New York. Like you always make fun of my accent, CT. Get out of here.
I love it. It's the best. Your accent is literally the best ever. Keep going.
But yeah, I have a temper. I have a like. I don't really think. I just react.
Mm.
So if you piss me off, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, you know what? Let me relax. Let me calm down. Let me take a deep breath. I'm quick to be like, oh, I'm out of here. Like I react. I have a temper, and what else? I have trust issues.
Okay, tell us more.
That's really it though. Those three things are the most. I would
Okay.
think like those stand out the most to me.
Now here's the thing. With me on one end, I know that from every beginning of every relationship I've ever had, my main flaw has been, it's always some kind of simp that be trying to win the girls over. My flaws, I love too hard. All of that. I just give so much. You're like, no. My true flaw has always been the fact that I won't say that I know everything, but I try my hardest to always not be right on purpose, but I try my best to I don't like to argue, so I like stating facts. So whenever we're in the back and forth, I like getting straight to that point as opposed to like letting something get off guilt. Like if you be like, yo, we talk about this, and then the girl starts talking about something else. It's like, yo, let's get back to this. So it seems like I don't care about your feelings, but in actuality, I want to stay on topic, and then we can move on. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that.
Y'all in here and you're like, oh yeah.
That's the only flaw.
No, I say another flaw I have is I'm very demanding when it comes to like responses. I'm very demanding. Like if it's like, yo, if I'm like, even though there's so many, like if I text you, I expect a quick text response. Like if you're at work,
that's a fact. I be like, damn, it's 3 hours. Like I'm asleep. Like, damn, TV.
No, you pull no punches. You like, oh, okay, so you just ignore my text. Like, no, but I was in the hospital and I broke my fingers, all of them, and I wasn't gonna make it. And I tried to use my nose, but I just couldn't get it there.
Wait, real quick, CT, is this clean? Like, is it like clean?
No, just don't say the N-word. But you can curse, but just don't go heavy on it.
There's no N-word. All right, bet.
So like for me, I make sure that like I treat people how I want to be treated. So I want you to text me back fast is because I'm gonna text you lightning fast because I don't want anybody to have to wait, if that makes sense. Yeah. So let me bring in, I see we got somebody in the green room. Also, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, click the link in the description to go live with me. Ladies and men are welcome. Don't want to have too many dudes, but it can never have too many ladies. So let me see. Let me read this comment first. Okay, yo, CT, that same issue, and ladies not letting facts stop them. That's a fact. Where did it go? I read this comment from some simp. The simp named Doubtnay, bro, you married though. First of all, my relationship status is of none of your business. And two, my wife is in the room watching the show. I'm talking about how I am in a relationship. Don't be trying to dry snitch on. I hate people like that, man. I literally hate you, man.
You didn't say nothing that was crazy.
Exactly. That's what people kill me with that simp and shit, man. All right, anyway.
No, he over here trying to start some shit.
Exactly. So let me bring in the next comment. Yeah, don't text me 2 hours later. Well, you know what? If you're at work, I'm gonna start you out. Like if I know your schedule, I'm going, depending on what your life is, I'm not gonna say text me back in 2 minutes. But 2 hours, depending on the job, could be understandable. But if she works an office job,
right? I have 3 jobs, so let's keep that in mind.
Let's keep that in mind. You're on the beach right now. What is ain't y'all on lockdown still?
Well, you know, like in Brooklyn, we don't really be caring about shit like that.
Oh, okay.
So
We having parties.
okay,
We going mad
y'all
shit out
ended
here.
your own lockdown is what you're saying.
We in lockdown, but we took right. Y'all see, we in lockdown, but we took ourselves out of lockdown. We don't really, we not really doing that.
Israelite Yvette said, Yvette sounds like, her name is Eva, not Yvette, but she says, Eva sounds like me. Guess that's why we got the same name. That's what's up. All right. So,
Now,
now,
wait, what's simping?
you said, what's simping?
What simping was the question asked?
Oh, what's simping? I'll tell y'all what's simping. Simping is, number one, trying to out a fellow man in company of other women to make yourself seem cool.
Oh, that's what that
Two,
is. I didn't know what
another
that
version
was.
of a
That
simp.
happens.
I'm about to explain it to you. Another version of a simp is when guys are taking everything from women. It's like, she's like, yeah, I don't like you. I'll never be attracted to you. You're never gonna be my man. And he's like, well, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I could change your mind. You know, I can take you out to dinner or something like that. Like she's already told you who you are. He always takes the woman's side, no matter what, in an argument. Hey man, so I was talking to my girl, and she gonna tell me I'm wrong for X, Y, and Z. And I feel like this. And he's gonna be like, well, you know, she does have a point, and you know what I'm saying? That's what a simp is. Overall, it's so many different things encompassed. And simping is
I had no
also
idea. I'm in this close proximity to a simp.
You said you're in a who?
Nah, I didn't know. I've been around simps. I ain't know the name for them.
Oh yeah, you've been around hella simps. Simps rule the world. I don't know if you know it. They all
They
around us.
definitely do. They out here. They in these streets.
So
Yeah,
let me ask you guys before we even get into it, and before I bring my guest in, let me ask. I'm going to start with Eva. Eva, this is Love, Lust, and Lies. Everybody knows this. You read the screen. Before we get into that, ladies and gentlemen, as you see these young ladies' cash apps right now, if you're on YouTube, you can donate through Super Chat. If you see their cash app, the money goes to them directly, and you can bless them because, as we all know, that we are comedians and things are crazy. A lot of entertainers around the world, and if you find something interesting about these ladies, you love what they're talking about, support them. Don't hesitate to go to that cash app. Don't hesitate to go to that super chat. Although, if you go to the super chat takes 30% of anything that you give. So let's say, for example, you give $100, I'll only get 70. So it's better for you to do super chat. And what we do, cash app, and what we do here is every time any one of us gets a donation from anybody, we stop the entire show and give you a thank you and a CT clap for donating some of your hard-earned money. If you do not have any money, don't feel forced. I'm just telling you the protocol on how we do things if you would like to donate. So thank you so much for watching. Now, I am going to start with Mina on this. Mina, this is Love, Lust, and Lies. Tell us one of your greatest loves ever. What happened? Why'd y'all break up if this is the greatest love? Give me all of it.
Oh Lord. Oh wow. I wish you would have told me I had to pull that one together. Okay. One of my greatest loves. Okay. One of my greatest loves ever. Does it have to be romantic?
Love, yeah, this is romantic.
I'm trying to skate around it. I'm like, can it be with my pastor? Somebody who influenced me.
If your pastor smashed, then maybe.
Definitely didn't smash. Okay, so one of my greatest loves was I became friends with this woman, and we were really, really close. Like probably one of the closest relationships I've ever had with a woman, and everything seemed to make sense in our relationship. When I'm talking about, we're firing on all cylinders. Like we cool, we vibe, we understand each other, despite the fact that you would think, women, we don't meet in the middle very easily. Like it's always trying to be like an alpha. We didn't have any of that. Like everything was damn near too perfect. And it was great. And we were together for a good amount of time. And then, but the only thing that broke us up was that it turns out that she was bisexual. So she had been with men her entire life. And she realized that was very important to her to be with men still. Like sexually, she needed that. So we tried like, okay, maybe we'll open it up and you could find somebody for you, and then I'll be like over here in the cut waiting till you return, like when you get a book from the library, like on loan, but you bring it back because it belongs in the library. Like we thought about doing it that way. But you know, when push came to shove, it just neither one of us could do it. We weren't comfortable with that situation. We cared too much about each other and making like hurting each other's feelings. So we decided it would just make more sense to be separate. And so that's how that relationship ended, but it didn't end negatively. As a matter of fact, I had way more respect for her because I had told her in the beginning, like, if you realize you want to go back to guys, just please don't cheat on me. Just please tell me, just please be honest, and we'll go from there. And that's what ended up happening. But the connection was so raw that it didn't matter that any of that happened. It was like, well, you know, some things are for you, but what I learned from that was that I can connect with somebody on a level where I'm not codependent, on a level where I'm not unhealthy. And I appreciated that from that relationship. So that's probably why it's definitely one of the greatest loves I've had, because I grew from it.
So tell me this. You're saying that you were in this relationship with this young lady and you basically said, please don't cheat on me. If you want to go with a guy, tell me, but just don't cheat on me and all of that. So the opportunity you presented to her was that she could have a guy and you as well, like a poly type situation?
Well, like, I guess I didn't know how exactly it would end up, but in my mind, it was like, okay, if you just need this physical need fulfilled from a man, then maybe you have your dude, like your side dude, where that would work out. And then I'm your girl, but when you gotta fulfill nature's call or whatever that would be, I don't know how to reference it. But when that needed to happen, like, you do that and I don't need to be involved. I don't need to meet him. I don't need to do all this stuff. But if you're safe and he's safe and everybody's clean, then we're cool. But but then, you know, she couldn't do it. And it was bothering me because I'm like, well, I don't like sharing though. I'm not into sharing. And I thought that I could be adult enough to share because I wanted to keep what I wanted to keep. But sometimes you get more when you let go than you get when you try to hold on. You know what I mean?
So do you feel that was a solid, like, where are you at right now emotionally? Like, are you happy? Do you feel like, man, I want to give this another go? Maybe there's another way we can come to an agreement, or is it like, it's just a wrap, I got to find somebody else?
Well, now, like, through going through it, I was struggling with it, but at this point, like, I'm at peace with it. I feel like what I really needed from her and just from myself was the self-efficacy to know that I could love somebody in a healthy way. And I feel like that's way more than trying to hold on to somebody that needs something that I genuinely can't provide. We didn't have a bad relationship. We didn't have bad like communication or trust issues or anything, but I just biologically couldn't give her the things that she wanted. And I'm okay with that. I mean, unless I was about to go get a surgery, which I wasn't, you know, we was gonna have a problem. And I'd rather her go be happy and me in turn be able to be happy ultimately than us trying to like pretend like somebody don't need the D because somebody gonna get the cookie till the cookie get got, but it's obviously not, you know, that's not my cookie. I like Oreos and she's trying to give out chocolate chip cookies. So it's different. We got a whole different thing. So I'm okay with that. I'm at peace with it. I'm good now. But
interestingly, hearing that is like, my thing is, because I know the girl obviously, and I didn't know that was the greatest love of your life. That's crazy to even know. Also, ladies and gentlemen, y'all can't tell because she's sitting down, but she caked up and caked out. Mina sitting on the bed. Y'all don't know that, but she's sitting on them bills. Eva, as I Eva, first of all, Eva, you in this bathing suit. I need a shot of the bathing. Eva, you always showing people on the gram the body.
Oh no, I got on a wife beater. I got on a wife. I know. No, I have on a wife beater today. I'm gonna bathing suit on.
You just got a wife beater on?
You heard?
That's one hell of a lucky wife beater.
There's a wife beater and some shorts.
Oh, a wife beater and some shorts.
There's a wife beater and some shorts.
Ah,
yeah.
Also, y'all, I guarantee you from this angle, ladies and gentlemen, y'all also don't know that Eva's also caked up and caked out, but I promise you she is as well. Because looking at what you do, I'm like, you look so thin, but I know you thicker than molasses. So, you know.
On a cold day.
So, Eva, give us your greatest love. Give me that story. What happened?
Oh, Lord. All right, so my greatest love. I've been in love one time before.
Okay.
I was 23. So this is like 6 years ago. They sending money. Thank you, y'all.
So give us, so now mind you, don't tell the amount because I don't want anybody to feel like they
I'm
gave
not
too
gonna
little
do
or
that.
too much.
I'm not
But
gonna do that.
tell us the person's name who sent you the cash app.
I seen Autumn and I seen hold on, let me look. Oh, Corey.
Autumn and Corey.
Yeah, Autumn
Oh,
and
double
Corey.
tap that for me too, CT. For
Nice.
both of them.
Nice. Autumn and Corey, thank you so much for supporting.
Thank you guys. Appreciate that.
And as the time goes on, we will continue to shout you out. But meanwhile, let's give them a CT clap for donating some hard-earned
Yes,
Thank you.
for the love and support. Now, Eva, as you were saying,
Right. So I was 23, so this is 6 years ago. My first time being in love. We was together for like almost 2 years. And I was 23, he was 28. So he was a little older than me. And he had asked me to marry him. He proposed. And we was engaged for maybe 5 days before I found out that he had some girl pregnant.
what?
She was 4 months along with his daughter. And I was just devastated. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. That was my first time. I'm like, you know what? And that shit, it took me years to get over that. Like oh my God. I really couldn't believe it. It hit me out of nowhere because I didn't even think he was capable of something like that.
So do you feel like, first of all, you say it took you years to get over it. I can honestly tell you from personal experience, I got my heart broke at 13. She was my best friend. And, you know, of course, when you're a kid, you're like, oh, that ain't love, that's puppy love. And I can tell you through the life that I've lived and looking back on that moment that I loved that girl. And she broke my heart. And I did not recover from that until, and there's still scars of that, like to this day, because, you know, truly, it's not about you moving on with somebody else. It's about what that has done to your emotions or how you handle things. And there are still shades of that that make me feel to this day. So are you completely over it, or do you feel like that really hurt and you try to move past it?
First of all, CT, what did she do to you at 13? She ate your Lunchable? She ate your Lunchable and you couldn't get over that? I got you, baby. I'm gonna buy you a Lunchable. Don't worry, I got you.
This is what happened, okay? She was my best friend. And while she was my best friend, she was the girl that I was like, yo, I know we best friends, but I like you. And she was like, I like you too. I'm like, no, like I like you. I've always liked you, and I would love to. Hold on, hey everybody in the comments, as you guys leave comments, I want to show your comment on the screen, but I can't show your comment on the screen if you curse. So please just type, type alternate words, man. Let's be intelligent. Nothing too hard with the curse words because I can't show you video. I mean, your comment. I want to show love. Anyway, she was just like it. I want her to be my first, all of that good stuff, and she had met this guy. His name was Mark or something like that. And Mark was like an older kid. He was like 16. And she called me one day. She's like, hey, I need you to be my friend right now. I'm like, all right, what's up? She's like, okay. So I met this guy. He's 16. And he looked like Lil Wayne. He is so sexy. Now, mind you, this ain't Lil Wayne, lollipop Lil Wayne. This is wobbly, wobbly, drop it like it's hot Lil Wayne. this ain't even the Carter Lil Wayne. This is, he found himself. You understand me? So I'm like, okay. So what ends up happening is, I called her one night because we had discussed both of us losing our virginities to each other. And I called her one night and I'm like, tonight's the night. So she picks up the phone and she's breathing hard. And I'm like, hey, what's up? You working out or something like that? And she's like, nah, Mark over here. And I'm like, all right, I ain't know Mark was a trainer.
Oh my God.
13. What was you trying to get at 13? So I took a moment and I was like, are you losing your virginity to Mark right now? And she said the coldest thing to me in the world. She said, you called me and hung up the phone. I was demolished, right?
Yeah,
so that's the future of what ended up happening with her. So that, of course, destroyed me. And I was like, I just felt like I wasn't enough because we were both 13, but he was older than us, which meant that he could offer her something that I couldn't, apparently. Like, I don't know if he had a car. I don't know if he had money or he just, his body was more developed than mine at 13. But I felt like I wasn't good enough. So as years went on, I become a comedian. I go back home and do shows, and I ran into her, and that's a fact. She belongs to the streets. So I do comedy. I run into her, and you would hope that somebody that you grew up seeing as a kid, that they would look like they fell off and all of that. She looked even better, right?
Damn,
So
son.
I holler at her, like I get on the stage, and let me tell you something. I'm not one of those people that, brags about how funny I am, but this particular night, I was so funny, I could not be denied. Like I was on fire. So I get off stage and she's there, and I look at her, I say, "Hey, you coming with me?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I took her back to my boy's house because my boy was gone for the weekend. He let me use his crib. I knocked it out the park at least 3 times that night. You understand?
Not out the park to
And
smithereens.
I still didn't feel like I was healed. I just felt like that was like a revenge sex for breaking my heart, but I didn't feel completed. So I don't think I really ever got over it until I started loving myself and knowing that I'm more than enough, if that makes sense.
Can I ask a question? I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you feel like it's harder for men to get over breakups than it is for women?
Yes.
Because it seems like guys kind of like they really dig in. Like once they get hurt, they're like, all right, this is they keep that like herpes. Like they'll keep it forever. They won't let it. They can't. It's on them. It's like it's stuck.
Yeah.
And I feel like women, they'll be like, women shed skin a lot. Like we cut our hair, we lose weight, we do all kinds of things to like help us exercise the demons of people's like energy. But I feel like guys kind of just be like, nope, that part of me is dead. It's shut off. And then somebody has to come along and with a bunch of, fine glue and put that little mosaic piece back together for you. I feel like guys don't really process hurt like the same way. And it sounds like you've experienced that.
Well, to give you drop it off in them drawers.
I'm dead. I am weak.
That is so funny. Now, here's the thing. Here's the truth. Michelle Dixon said it perfectly. Guys don't have the same emotional support and outlets like we do. She took the words out of my mouth because I was just about to say, as women, you guys have support systems. You guys have movies and songs to help you get over everything. Other women who are outwardly sharing their feelings about what they've been through and experiences. And men aren't as forthcoming as that. We don't share this kind of stuff with our friends because we feel like we're going to be judged. We feel like they're going to look at us like we're weak. And for men, it is a lot harder because we just don't know how to cope with that. I got cheated on before. I had that situation happen to me, and a long list of other things that made me feel like I wasn't enough. Like this was, just hurtful, and there was nobody to really help me get over it. So I went about it the only way that I could. And women just have it. You guys also get desensitized to it because so many men lie and cheat to you.
That
so
makes sense.
You guys kind of become like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get over them. I'll be good. But men, we get cheated on, and if the woman tells us or we find out, because a lot of women don't let you know that happened, we're destroyed because we're not used to that emotion.
So it's just it's like so much of a shock that it's like, and I get it too because not a lot of guys are raised to be very emotional or explain how they feel. So when you do have feelings, you're feeling like, I guess these are just my feelings to keep, So okay, exactly. That makes sense.
We don't need to talk. That's fact. We be stuck in a long home. That's a fact, Randy.
Oh, don't say that, Randy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's So Eva, how do you feel about this love of yours? Y'all broke up. You had the kid. Did you guys ever get back in contact with each other? Or you never spoke to him again?
Yeah, so when I got on BET, he came to one of my shows and he was proud of me, but I don't do the whole friends with my ex. I don't do that. Baby or not. I don't have time. Huh?
You don't do the whole what?
Friends with my ex. I don't do that. Like baby or not. If we're not together, I have friends already. I don't need you as a friend. So he's I don't do that. I have enough friends. Yeah, I have enough friends. I'm good. But he came to my show like, oh, I'm proud of you. I'm like, okay, thanks. I wasn't
like, if you open up something like that to the Home Movie Barbecue. Here's the thing, though, Eva, like being friends with your ex isn't a bad thing if y'all had a great. I think, are you friends with these people before you get in the relationship, or do y'all just become cool within the relationship?
No, we were cool before. The thing is, like, every time I've only been in like, girl, how many boyfriends I had? Like 3? Right.
Who are you talking to? She looked over confirmation. Okay, cool.
Now, one of my best friends is here. I've had
Nice.
3 boyfriends and they all violated. So it's like, what are we talking about? Bye.
I feel like for you especially, because you're a sweet girl, even though you are extremely aggressive, I feel like you're such a sweet girl. Like every time I ever ask Eva for anything, she's there. She does it, no problem. She don't give you no static, none of that. So you're very sweet and giving. But I feel like you need to start creating a foundation of friendship with guys that you date instead of it being, oh, let me just smash or let them date me for a while. Like if you just have a straight up, like for you and I are friends. If
Right.
you have that relationship with me, with guys that you begin to date on a personal level, you will have so many more meaningful relationships because that foundation is unbreakable. Because at the very end of the day, you still got respect for this person as your friend, and y'all
Right.
won't let that go.
And that's what I'm doing now. The guy I'm dating now, we've been friends for 2 years and we had like a legitimate friendship.
Mm-hmm.
So now I feel like this could be something that could flourish. If God forbid it ends, we would still be cool. I would definitely still be cool with him.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
again, friendship or not, if you out here getting people pregnant, I'm not sure. We don't need to be friends. I'm over that.
I think that's a fact for
Like,
anybody.
yeah,
For
like what?
anybody.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
The funny thing is, okay, because I could already assume that did the baby at least come out cute?
I don't even know. That's my thing. Another thing too, like when I don't talk to you, I'm not going on your social media. I don't care what you
Oh,
got
you
going on.
erased them completely.
Yeah, like it's like
Hmm.
you don't exist to me. So I don't even know if his daughter's cute. I don't even know. I'm sure her father look good, so I don't know. But I don't know what his mother looks
Mama
like.
look good. All right, let me bring in. We got Cash Brown. He's been waiting in the waiting room. For everybody who's asking, how do you get into the waiting room? Look into the description of wherever platform you're watching, and it should tell you the link to join and talk to us and drop some knowledge. I also want to give a shout out to Corey, Autumn, and Corey, Autumn, and and Mona. Corey, Autumn, and Mona. Thank you so much for donating your hard-earned money
Yes,
and
thank you,
celebrating
y'all. Thank you.
that for
Thank
y'all.
you
Thank you so
guys.
much.
Yay,
Appreciate you. All right. So, Cash Brown, what's up, fam? How you doing?
Oh snap! Yeah, I can't believe I'm on here, man. This is great, man.
Oh, blessings,
Um,
man. What city you watching from?
I'm from Queens, New York. I'm in Queens, New York.
Nice.
Word?
Yeah, coming from Queens, New
Where in
York,
Queens?
Far Rockaway.
Are you in Far Rock? Okay, okay,
Oh, you in
Yeah.
Fire Rock? Okay, okay. So talk to us, man. What are some of your faults in relationship? Your flaws?
uh, my flaws is like I could say like from what I learned is that I don't speak up and and like I don't put my feelings out there too much. And
Okay.
yeah, that's the thing. And also like when there's a conflict, or something, I've been like just sacrificing and then just keeping it to myself and then just like putting myself through it
Mm-hmm.
instead of just listening to them and like, look, I don't appreciate this, and, stuff like that. All because I really like that person and I don't want to disappoint them and I don't want to lose out. You know, yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the thing, man. Are you single now, or are you in a relationship?
Oh, I'm single now. I'm kind of nervous to say this on the air, but I've had a long relationship with my girl. Well, she's my ex now, but we've been together for like since 2005,
Okay.
and she had um she had like we've been in a good relationship, but then like 2 years within our relationship, she had cheated on me, and
Mm.
um it's really complicated because I stuck with her through it and everything, and people said I was crazy, that I was good, and that I would have been broke up with her because it turned into like a whole long story and stuff like
Mhm.
that. Like a broken part story. Like one moment she was with the guy, the next she tells me another story that she was with the guy, and then next thing you know, it's like I I kind of like laughed about it at first, was trying to like understand, but when I was away from her, it just had me like completely devastated. I was just
Man,
so
I'll tell you this,
so
man. I'll tell you this. From now on, I want you to remember how powerful you are as a person. I want you to remember how strong you are as an individual, and know that the next person you allow to be in your life is going to be because you allow them to. And you will find somebody that loves you just as much as you love them, if not more. I want that for you, but if you don't want that for yourself, it's not going to happen. And don't let your past experience dictate how you treat future women. All right?
That's a fact.
My man, I appreciate
That
the
was
love,
good advice.
Team CT all day.
huh? All right,
All right,
TC.
man. Uh, man, that was a good guy. Talked a little slow for me, but definitely a good
CT, you get on my nerves. You get on
guy.
my nerves.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
Uh,
the ellipses. The ellipses.
but yeah, he's a sweet guy, man. I definitely, and I feel like a lot of nice guys finish last. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I
Nice
am
women do too.
a nice guy. You said nice women?
Nice girls finish last too.
Go on.
Because I mean, so just for women naturally, like we're nurturers. That's what we
Uh-huh.
do. We're like basically bred to do that. We take care of our siblings. We take care of our parents when they get older. That's what kids think. Like the daughter's probably going to take care of them. But the women who are willing to pour into you and give you all the light and love and encouragement and just do everything for you, those are the women that get walked over most often, not just by men, but by other women or just by people because they're willing to put themselves in a position to maybe be hurt because they're so grateful to give love and have the possibility of receiving it, you know? So a lot of nice women finish last. Guys, I would say guys definitely get played out terribly in that situation because girls sometimes they just be ruthless. They're like, yeah, he's the guy that does or whatever, you know, but guys be treating girls the same way. They get the
You're the
same.
best. Hold on, we got Mona in the room. Mona Love came on yesterday talking to us about her homie lover friend, and now she is back. What's up, Mona? How you doing?
Hey, what's going on?
So
Hey,
what
Mona.
was this long comment you just typed? I wasn't even able to read it.
I said, go ahead and give me that quarter because I played myself.
What happened?
Well, so after the live, he had called during the live.
Okay.
And so we spoke after the live. And then I laid there and like this morning I said, dang, it's only Wednesday. I was like, I got a bunch of days until Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And so I sent the text this morning at 11. I just got a text back like 20 minutes ago. So I've been in my feelings all day.
And you feel it in a good way or a bad way? What happened?
I was just like, you know what? I'm so used to I was the priority,
Oh.
I up and he was the priority. He called up, I was the priority. But now with this new, job and everything, I'm taking the back seat and I'm like, but I don't want to wait till Saturday. I'm like, I was just like kind of sitting over here butthurt. I was like, man, you just now get back to me. It's like 7:00, dude.
So you realize now that there are feelings involved and not so much of a homie lover friends. You've developed some feelings.
Yeah. And I mean, I guess I knew that they were there, but it's so casual. I don't want to put a label on it. I just want it to be what it is because it's
Yeah.
cool. But, today's events, me driving around all day checking my phone and my watch and ain't nothing going on. I was like, okay, I'm kind of catching some feelings here.
Well, I'm
So,
gonna tell you this. Mona. You're 53. I think you need to start having a squad. You don't need to just have one man that you're dealing with in your stable. If you're keeping it casual like that, it's great you got feelings for this guy. But until you're ready for something to go further with him, I would advise you to get you a little stable. Have you 2 or 3 guys that you can deal with on a regular basis that you want to have your personal time and energy, so that way you're not getting hung up on anybody. And the person that you like out the most gets the most time.
there you go.
Yeah.
Like that.
All right, baby girl, I'll talk to you.
Thank you.
All right. So we got somebody else in the waiting room. We got Kaya.
Wait,
Lau.
real quick, CT.
Yeah. Talk to me.
My phone is on 8. My phone about to die. It's like on 8%. I know. I
Bye.
gotta go to the car and charge it.
Yeah, charge your phone, Eva. Out here all
No,
fine.
you
and
see,
shit,
my man, ain't no
gas
outlets on the
money to
beach.
call. What? Wait, go back to your girl for a second. Let me see her real quick.
Oh, it's my homegirl.
Yeah, show me
Okay,
her.
you can see.
What's up, girl? How you doing? You good?
And she got
So
some
silly.
big ass titties.
I mean, well, let's see them. I mean, you just, she's showing us a side view. Okay.
She out here. She out here.
Appreciate you, baby girl. I needed a little parting gift. All right, go ahead, Eva. Hit me back now. Cool. So, that was Eva, ladies and gentlemen. Eva Evans Comedy. She's very funny. She's very beautiful, and she's super cool. Let me bring in Kaya Lowry. Hope I said that the right way. Hey, what's up, fam? Did I say it right?
That was pretty close. What's up? First off, I just want to say I'm recovering from a surgery, and I just ran into your videos, and they're helping me really get through the pain of not feeling 100%. That's first and foremost.
Thank you. That's wow. That's incredible to say, man. Thank you.
Second off, I was talking to the homie Belafonte the other day, and and we was discussing this exact same thing. So it's really ironic. And I personally, I've been through some things, and when you say that nice guys finish last, it's absolutely true. I remember I used to date this girl. I was in love with her. I thought she was all that. And I was probably 14, 15.
Mhm.
And, I used to sneak to her crib when her auntie was gone late at night, different shit. And I remember one time she got this phone call from somebody that I used to hang with, but I didn't know that it was somebody that she hung with.
Uh-huh.
So, you know what I'm saying? She's saying some shit. I'm acting like I'm asleep. And she's saying some shit like, yeah, he'll be gone. I'll be, I'll be over there in a minute, whatever. So he was saying he was going to come over there in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I end up hanging out with the same dude. I didn't know he lived in the neighborhood. So I end up, he lived in like a condo, second story. We over there chilling. I'm over his crib. She's underneath his shit. Talk about, you got me pregnant, blah, blah, all this shit. I'm like, I'm there. I'm right there. And it's like, I remember that shit fucked me up. And I'm sorry, my bad. I know the replay value, different stuff like that. But nice guys do finish last. But what do you do? What do you do when you do feel strongly? I made a comment earlier, like we feel more than women think that we do.
Yeah.
And y'all think that we weak because of that. And it's just what do you do when you can't change? You don't want to conform. I'm sorry, I know I'm talking a long time, but what do you do? You don't really want to conform to be something that you're not just because that's what's accepted. Does that make sense?
Well, I'll tell you, man, this is what you do. You don't change anything, man. You keep being exactly who you are. This is for you. This is for Mina, because Mina's also a super sweet girl. You don't change who you are. You will find the person that is meant to benefit from everything that you offer. What happens a lot of times is we become these hardened versions of ourselves just to attract somebody or try and get the person that we want, not realizing that's not the person that we need. And then you change forever. So it's important to stay who you are. Yeah, you're going to get hurt. You're going to get your heart broken. You're going to feel bad. Your feelings are going to be destroyed often. But what if that person that you find was perfect? They perfect and they deserve the best version of you, the one that was the version of you before you got hurt. But now, because you've allowed people to change you, they get the exact same person that has hurt you. So now you continue the cycle of hurting people the way you've been hurt. So it's going to take a long time, but you're going to find a person that deserves everything that you have to give them.
Okay, that's real.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for putting me on. I truly appreciate that. That means a lot. Like it means more than you know. You touch people in ways you don't realize. And I'm gonna go in everything, but thank you. I appreciate.
I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for being part of the squad.
TCT all day.
Nice. That was dope, man.
That is nice. It's important. People feel like they have to like conquer the relationship. Like it has to be a success. And there's so many pieces to a relationship being successful, and that's on both people's part of being authentic and who they are and being honest with where they're coming from and what they want out of it. And you can get those things, but you have to be honest with yourself so that you can be honest with other people and know that there's no like specific ending to it. Sometimes the end result or the end thing that you take from it is just the lesson that you need to be better the next time, smarter the next time, just more prepared the next time. It's not all negative. People are going to hurt you. Unfortunately, that is a part of life. Life is suffering, but you do not have to go through life being the sufferer just because you go through suffering. And that is important for people to remember, especially within relationships.
I could not stop looking at you. You are so fine. I was watching you the whole time, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
I completely agree. And I think oftentimes we don't see it like that. We often see ourselves and be like, man, I gotta be a villain. Like, I know I did. Like I said, this nice guy stuff isn't working. I'm about to be the villain. And for a while I was. And by villain stuff, I would do the things that I saw women reacted to in a positive light. Like I would, after seeing a young lady the night before, I wouldn't call her the next day. I would wait for her to text me. And I would do stuff like hit them up purposely at 9 or 10 p.m. and like, yo, let's hang out. And unfortunately, I start seeing results that way. I start saying, well, maybe, I'll come over after I leave the club. Or they're like, I'm on a date right now because he wants to see me during the day. I'm like, all right, well, come see me after he feeds me. And that became such a real thing that it was like, wow, this is unfortunate that so many women are down with that instead of getting the guy who was the version of me that was writing poems and everything.
Right.
We got a simp alert. Heroes wear boots. CT over here giving advice like he's single. No, I'm giving advice like a man who's gotten a queen, and I know exactly what I'm talking about. What you should do is stop simping comments and start listening to what I'm saying. Man, I can't stand a simp.
Also, shout out to Mona Love who sent over some money.
Mona
Appreciate
Love,
that.
the CT clap. Mona Love, thank you so much for the love and sowing seeds into the squad. So let me ask you this, Mina. As we get into the lust of love, lust, and lies. What is your greatest sex story ever? And then give me your worst event of sex ever.
Oh, my greatest and my worst. Okay. Can I start with my worst?
Absolutely.
Okay. So I'm gonna start with my worst. It wasn't my worst specifically because of the sex part. It was the worst because of the after part. So like, as you know, I date women, but I also am no fool. I've been with men too.
I am
I gotta sample everything. You know what I mean? Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. I don't know. So this particular situation, like, I decided to, give this situation a try with this guy because, I had been single for a bit. I was lonely. I needed something. And the women just weren't there. They had all up and left or something. And so then I gave this guy this chance, and the sex wasn't the bad part, but after. And I mean immediately after. I mean, I'm talking, he's hitting me with all the game, like all the game, like, yeah, shorty, da-da-da, you bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, you whatever, da-da-da, all that, rat-a-tat-tat-tat. And I'm like, okay, so then we do the deed. The deed has been done. And I'm talking, he gets up and in my home though, in my house, and leans back on the wall on his phone like, so how was that? Because he knows I'm not really with guys. He's like, how was that? And I'm like, I mean, yeah, it was good. He's like, man, imagine if I really cared about you. And I was like, like, I was like, oh, he's like, it'd be so much different. Like if we would, and I'm like thinking, I'm physically trying to reject him from my body, like, but it's already happened. So I'm just like, this is terrible. This is terrible. And I felt horrible about the sex just because I was like, I mean, I wasn't looking for a boyfriend. I wasn't looking for anything like that. But it's like, there's something about you as a woman having somebody literally being in your body and then immediately treating you with so much disrespect. The sex, I don't even remember the sex because the way I felt was like, oh, this person is trash, like hot trash. Like, how could you? How dare you? So that was the worst sex I ever had.
Wait, that
that's
Let me unpack
very
that
specific.
for a
Yeah, I
second.
know.
Tangerine is real. Jesus. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, were you okay? Oof.
You don't even know where to start. You don't even know. You don't even know.
No.
You don't even know.
You said something that was real. You said, "Yo, here's the thing. Let me also take a pause of the call, bro. That was horrendous, but this is for the kids. So smoke. Listen, guys, y'all can't keep butchering my catchphrases. Okay, it's about the kids. It's about the kids. That's number one. Another that y'all often butcher is I belong to the streets. It's I belong to the streets. It's not he's for the streets. It's not that. I belong to the streets. If belong ain't in there, don't even type it. Now,
I am so weak.
maybe butchering because I love first of all, Team CT all day, greatest fam base I've ever even witnessed in my life. However, y'all can't be so hyped to type these catchphrases that you misspell or say them wrongly. Please, if you don't say them right. Now,
so weak.
You were already dating women, so this was kind of like you being like, "Yo, let me still give guys a chance."
Yeah,
I feel like that experience drove you further into only dealing with women.
Well, okay, so if I can be logical, so I had a realization a few years back because I was very like, I'm a lesbian, and that's what I am. Put it on my tombstone, you know. But like, what I am is I'm a person who I like to feel good with who I'm with. You know, I don't have a problem with men, but I prefer and I would rather be with a woman if I'm really getting my opportunity to get what I want. So for me, I think a long time ago, I had already decided that like men emotionally, they just weren't fulfilling what I needed. They were taking way more. It didn't feel good. I couldn't connect. So I had already kind of just like shut that down. But it did make me feel like, well, obviously I don't want to go through that kind of stuff again. Like if I'm over here and I'm just out here, I'm trying to be out here, then I guess it wouldn't matter. But it's really hard for women to do that, to me. It's really hard for you to just give yourself to somebody and then they treat you however. That's weird.
Think it's just a woman thing. I think it's a general situation. But I agree with you. So, but from hearing what you're saying, I feel like that was a determining factor because you haven't dealt with any man since him. Am I right?
No.
So that proves it that he ruined the buy.
Well, hold on. Well, because I mean, okay, so I'm trying to get the timeline together here, but basically, like I had been with guys and girls, and then I went just to girls, and then I gave a guy a try, and then I was with girls, but it wasn't like, and then I met guys who had piqued my interest, but I was like, but I'm not going. So it wasn't like I would not ever want to give a guy a try. It's just like, it just seems so much more to try to unpack. Like I've barely scratched the surface of how to deal with women, and I am one. Do you know what I mean? It's a whole different ballpark. And I would be the girl, knowing who I am and how I am. Oh, I'm getting played. I'm getting played hard. You know what I mean? I'm lucky I have friends now that would call it out, but on my own, I'm a prostitute. I'm getting pimped. You know what I mean? This is terrible. I got pimped by women, basically. I would definitely be pimped by guys. Are you kidding me?
You were with this guy. Also, you don't even realize that you had feelings for him. Because for what he said, you felt hurt. Like it wasn't as if he was just a 12 o'clock phone call. He was somebody that you depended on for that 12 o'clock phone call, that you had feelings attached. Like Mona said, she was like, yo, how come I didn't get this text back until now? I used to be a priority. So with this man, you don't realize it, but your feelings were involved with him to where for him to say, imagine how it would be if I cared about you, hurt because you actually cared about him.
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sound bad, and I'm sorry if my mom ever sees him. I didn't really know him like that.
So how could you let that sentence hurt you?
Because it was so rude. It was so rude. It's like I don't know him like that. Like we had met through mutual friends. We had hung out that night for the first time for real. And him saying that is like, that's unnecessary. First of all, I don't need you to care about me to have blood in your veins and be alive and breathing. So I felt like he was trying to make a statement of like, this is what it's gonna be. You're gonna be this type. I'm not about to be that either. I took a detour. I was on the way somewhere else, and this was the exit I got off on right now. But I wasn't trying to be with you either. But it's like I would never tell a woman that ever. And I've been with all kinds of women, but I would never make them feel like
all kinds of women.
Yeah, I've had my share of women.
All kinds of women.
All kinds, all shapes and kinds.
What's some of the kinds?
Okay, so I've had my studs, my touch me nots, the ones you can't touch.
Not my touch me nots.
Yeah, the touch me nots. You can look, but you can't touch. It's like window shopping. You can window shop with studs, but you're not going in and buying nothing. You dang sure not buying anything. I've had girls who are very feminine. I've had girls who are like in the middle, so they're kind of like soft stud but feminine at the same time. I've had girls that were a little older than me. I've had girls that were considerably younger than me, but I don't know R. Kelly, but you know what I'm saying? Like we still, everybody's legal and things make sense. So I've been, I've been testing.
You had any big girls?
You said big. I've had a girl that was bigger than me, but only because she's taller. She was like taller and wider than me.
Until you got you a BBW, I want to hear nothing about this lesbian talk.
Well, I'm sorry.
I want to see you with a BBW lesbian, and she's towering over you and carrying you on her shoulder. That's what.
Hey, look, that seems like a lot for me. Look, I'm an active participant. I need to know that I could do the work. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go get a job I can't fulfill. That sounds crazy. I'm no fool.
I understand when a man tells a woman the truth and her feelings get hurt, people think that he's just regarding her feeling, or I think he meant to say disregarding. If you want honesty from a man, be prepared to have your feelings hurt. Here's the thing. That's true and untrue. I'm going to agree and disagree with that Midsummer Dreams. And I'm going to tell you why I agree with that. The truth hurts a lot. However, I think people hide behind the wall of the truth to say things rudely. You can tell somebody, for example, Mina, if you had pink locks right now, there's a way for me to say that I don't like your pink locks without being rude about it. Like, oh, you get the pink locks. That's dope. That's dope. I loved when your hair was brown. When you had brown, you get what I'm saying? Compared to people saying, oh, that's the pink drip. That's trash. Whereas you're not realizing being rude closes way more doors than articulating something just because it's honest. So you can be honest without being rude. And I don't think people want to know the difference because you enjoy being rude.
True. And also, I think more people who are adult, I want you to be honest. By all means, be completely honest with me. Be explicitly honest with me so that we don't have misunderstandings. But the problem is the energy behind your actions. It's like, it's not what you said, it's how you say it. It's not what you do, but the energy behind how you do it. That's what the problem is. The disrespect was in his demeanor and how he acted in my house, in my bed, in my space, where he felt like he was being an alpha, where it's just like, what happened? You were so cool a minute ago. You were cool. You were the nicest guy I've ever met. And now immediately almost you have a tone of disrespect. Like, I'm going to let you know what it is. That's what I can't rock with. I don't mind you being honest. Please be honest with me, but don't be disrespectful. That's all people want. They don't want to be disrespected. Definitely not disrespected.
And you know what? To your credit, like, you are one of the most respectful, sweet women. Like, I've never seen you truly get angry. I've never seen you talk to somebody, rudely. Like, you're really sweet. So it's the least that somebody can do for you is give you that in return. Also, I'm also pissed off at this dude for ruining it for everybody. Like, he's the last guy that got the box, and it's like, man, you're clean, you smell good all the time, even when it's not outside. People be smelling like, I've been around you, and I've been around other girls in your same vicinity, and it's been like hot. Like, it might be like a hot club or hot just like temperature outside. And when people smell like outside, you never smell like outside, but they smell like outside. And I'm like, wait a minute now, y'all went to the same place. How don't you
want me to give you one of my secrets? One of my smoking secrets. One thing, drink water.
Okay.
That's important. Drink a lot of water. Number 2, I wear men's cologne.
No. You smell like a woman often. So what cologne is this?
Men's colognes and men's body sprays. Now, here's the crazy thing. So, I don't know if you know, I may or may not have told you, I used to be a stripper a long time ago.
You told me that and I never believed it.
Yeah, so I was. And one of my exes also was a stripper. And what I learned from her was that when guys come into the strip club, they can't go back to work or they can't go home and smell like whatever you smell like. So she wore cologne to make sure that everything was cool. And also, in a weird way, guys are more relaxed and they're more comfortable when they smell familiar scent. So like a cologne scent around a guy is gonna like kind of bring their defenses down to just like being, this is what I've learned just on my own. So like I've worn cologne for like the last, I don't even know how many years, cologne and men's body sprays. And I have a lot of good male friends. And I feel like they're always like, you smell so good. And I'm like, yeah, I smell like you. That's what it is.
Smell like you.
I smell just like you. Because if you smell something soft, just think about how your senses work and how your brain, like those two things connecting, you're going to have a different response. You smell something soft and sweet and flowery, you can be like, oh, no. You see me, you're going to be like, what up, shorty? Like, that's what I want. I want us to be here with it. You know what I mean? So I probably smell good to you. And I probably always smell good because I've kept like a very like masculine scent and tone to my scent, but my rest of my being may be feminine and maybe soft, but you're getting a little bit of both. So you kind of feeling like, you know,
I feel lied to is what I feel like right now. I feel like you put wool over my eyes. A familiar scent that makes sense. The strip club thing also makes sense. Don't know how I hear his lady's mouth. He come back in smelling like that. So she's like, oh, you smell good. He's like, oh, thanks. Yeah, I was riding with James. No, I think I'm a bad. I gotta ask for the name. He won't tell me. I like he won't tell me the name. Wow. Someone just commented. Let me see. I hate that somebody says BS. So let me say Michelle Dixon. Michelle Dixon says her pH mixes well with whatever she wears. That's a fact. That's also
that's probably very true as well. I don't doubt that that's also very true because I don't pick things that don't make me feel good when I smell it. So obviously my body didn't connect with it.
Like for me, I haven't found a lot of colognes because all of the cologne that I've tried doesn't mix well with my chemistry. As the only thing that I feel mixes perfectly with me is Irish Spring. You know,
I like that smell though.
But I love it, and it's like that meshes greatly. But other soaps not as well. Mozella Cade, I'm listening.
This is the trick to the trade.
Now, wait, that was your worst sex story. Did you give me your best one, or was that?
No, so my best. Okay, God. Okay, so all right, this is short, sweet, to the point. So I've been with women for a very long time. Never necessarily been a fan of sex toys. Never really got into it. But okay, I'm gonna say two times. I'm gonna say 2 times because one just on novelty and the other one on like the sex was just it was hitting on all cylinders. One of the more exciting times was when the first time you like, you know, you spit that water out. That was
a squirter.
That was a very exciting time in my life. I was like, oh Lord, what is this? But you know, that was that. But the best sex I had was when I did try using a sex toy with one of my exes, and there's a position that obviously I'm not familiar with because I do not have sex with guys, and it was like this is great. I mean, I was like on my stomach and it was a lot happening, and I was like, wow, this is great. So I learned a lot of great sex from a sex toy that I didn't expect to work so well. I think the combination of using a vibrator and maybe certain levels of penetration are phenomenal. And I learned that very late in life, but I'm glad that I know it. And yeah, that was, I mean, I don't, without getting too explicit and keeping it PG for the, for the people, it was just, I'm just saying, if you got you a guy or you got you a girl and you got you a little something to be in your pocket, just ready to just get the extra work done, you'll have yourself a good night. It's good times coming your way.
So
Literally.
yeah, describe the position. How was it exactly?
It's just like, imagine it's like the girl is laying down, and then the other girl would be like behind that girl,
okay,
like over her, but using the strap on, but like, penetration. The work is being done.
Hold that thought, because it looks like somebody who looks like a kid. Hold on, let me see who this
person. Lord.
ASAP Fendi, what's up, man? Turn your camera on.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there we go. How old are you, man? ASAP?
ASAP looks younger.
ASAP is not even realizing he's in the room. All right. Cool.
And no, also to somebody, Cash Brown said, was it 69? First of all, grow up. 69 is for children. Nobody does 69. Also, nobody is scissoring. Get out of here. I don't know what that means.
Wait a minute. Nobody scissoring?
First of all, scissoring is for porn and, I don't know, table talk at gay parties or something. But nobody is doing any scissoring. It is ridiculous. Let me tell you something. Nothing's happening when there's angles. It's like geometry. Or what is this? What is this when it's these things? And the obtuse and the isosceles and all those things. You got to get the obtuseness and the cuteness right, okay? If you doing straight scissoring, then you don't know your degrees. You didn't get your degrees together. You ain't graduated. You shouldn't even be in the room. I'm not teaching any classes. I need you to come in here with some experience. So I'm not over here trying to teach. If you come to me and we're about to get it together and you start talking about scissoring, get out, go. And take your toys with you. Take all your accoutrement. All right.
Accoutrement.
Take all your accoutrement with you, because I'm not doing it.
Holmes says no. I scissor. So I guess that this is coming to put the link. Kamala.
It looks like it says Camelot.
Holmes, get inside the room. Come hit the description. Hit the link. Come in here. I've never scissored a woman ever. That's what's up. Let's see. That's hilarious. Dylan says, "Yo, CT, let's see them hands, my guy." You think the conversation is getting me riled up or something? Let's see. Get off, children. Adults are talking. Let's see. All right, cool. Let me see. Hold on. ASAP Fendi is back. Let's see if he can hear us. What's up, ASAP? Can you hear me, man? ASAP, your connection is trash. I need you to know if you are hearing me right.
Nigga.
What? Okay, ASAP. Your connection is not good. You got to come from Facebook if you want to come in, because there's always a delay on YouTube and your connection is spotty. So come back from Facebook if you can. So as you were saying.
I'm just saying, I mean, everything isn't for everybody. I feel like when people say scissoring, they mean something very specific, and they mean what you see on porn. Yeah. And that's not what it is, because you still have to stimulate a woman's clit.
Yes.
And if you could be scissoring all day long and hitting. So most women,
we got her to hit the link.
Oh, let's hear it. Here we go.
First of all, how do we pronounce this name?
Camelot.
Camelot. All right, cool.
Camelot.
So the lot is silent.
Camelot.
Oh, like King Arthur and them.
Yeah, just like lesbian.
Nice. So are you full on lesbian or are you bisexual?
Lesbian.
Nice. I just want to shoot my shot because you're cute. Anyway,
I'm dead.
Talk to Mina because that's what you came for. Go ahead.
I'm a stud, so I do everything. So I was with you when you was, that's why I know talking about.
But see, that makes sense, because studs do like the scissor. Do you let now? Can a girl? Can we get in? Can I get it in?
Oh, go ahead and I've had one. My ex did one.
See, every stud got one that they let inside. Well, somebody slid in the home every time, but you can't. That's why y'all be tricking us with the scissor. You're like, I'm about to scissor. You like, no, I'm trying to really scissor for real. I'm trying to use my scissors inside of your scissors, and you not letting me.
And the reason why is because femmes, y'all don't know how to act when we do allow y'all to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
y'all don't know, y'all already be on that power trip shit.
Watch your language.
Oh, excuse me. I apologize. Y'all already be on the power trip.
Well, here's what I will say, because I don't necessarily classify myself as a femme per se.
Okay.
But what I will say is, I was with a stud and she did let me strap her, but I had the fear of God in me. I couldn't do it. I was terrified. I was having the hardest time. Like, I was like, this is so much pressure. But then later in life, I did try to strap another girl. And I was like, okay, this is a lot of work. Like my upper body hurts, my back hurts. Like, there's a rhythm that I need to have. Do I have rhythm? When did I not get rhythm? Like, it's so many things. And it's like, I didn't learn all of that. So hey, please, by all means, everybody, you guys do the strapping. I'm gonna do the receiving if that's what it is. I'm only catching out here. I can't do the work. I need a class. I need somebody to teach a class because I don't want to.
Camelot, let me ask you a question. First of all, how old are you?
I'm 27. I just look young.
First of all, 27
is young. 27 is young. That is definitely young. I just look young. Yeah.
You are only old to teenagers, but you are a young lady. Now, have you always only been lesbian, or is this has been something that you might have come to find your love as you've grown?
Nah, I just always been the boy, Even when I was
Uh-oh. We just lost you. Connection. Go ahead. Can you hear me? Camelot?
Yeah,
can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You hear. All right, perfect. Keep going. What were you saying?
Oh, my bad. I said no. I've always been like the boy. My last boyfriend was in middle school. After middle school, 7th grade, 8th grade, I pretty much came out. I've been out since 9th grade. I started, dressing out in high school, and it's been me, But
nice.
Of course, it wasn't as easy as it is now for the kids.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I had to hide it. I had, I was dating my boyfriend, dating his sister on the side, though,
Oh, you was out here.
Know?
Yeah, I had to,
Did he know? Did they both know?
No, he didn't know, that I was with his sister, but he had a suspicion, and that's how it all kind of came out. Like, everybody found out.
Is a suspicion anything like a suspicion?
And an intersection.
I just wanted to make sure because I didn't bring my date. I didn't bring my date.
I was gonna stall her out, but you caught it.
I'm just playing with you.
Excuse me. I've been I've been enjoying my day. Okay.
Yo, amazing. You have lived quite a life, Camelot. Well, let me tell you something. You are a very beautiful young lady. If you ever try to come back, you understand me? You tell us first. You understand me? And it's a whole lot of ladies in the world that I'm sure would love to see that beautiful smile. Thank you so much for coming in. We appreciate you, baby girl. All right. Man, she was pretty.
She was. Studs are always pretty, man. Studs, let me tell you something. They got big boobs and big butts. They studs. And they're usually pretty. Not all of them, but some of them.
I've seen some studs that are so beautiful. I'd be like, yo, can you please come back?
You know what? You have no case. You'd sooner get a film to come back, for sure.
Than to get a stud.
Or I don't even know. There's so many other possibilities, but studs, the funny thing is though, studs be taking secret penises and they will never tell you about it. They will never ever tell you about it. But I know a good amount of studs that do take the D, but it's that mentality that like you gotta be the kind of gay that people perceived you to be. And it's like, that's the thing that messes you up. That's the thing I was telling you about earlier when I was like, well, I wanted to be this lesbian, but it's like, I had already had penis. So I wasn't as gay as I thought, and I wasn't as straight as I thought. I'm somewhere in the middle, and it's way easier to be comfortable with yourself when you realize you don't have to be what everybody else thinks you are. That's not going to help you at all. But, that's neither here nor there. That's not every step. But
I'll tell you this. You are one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life, and I've always tried to get you to come back. And apparently now I know the root of what's keeping you on the other side. I want to fight him. I want to get all my friends to fight him.
I'm gonna send you his info so you can pull up on him because he deserves to get these hands, somebody's hands.
Man, I cannot believe he ruined it. I've had well, you know what? The ones that I've had weren't full on like looking like me lesbian studs. They had been the I am still dressing cute, like femme-ish, but you still.
So there would be like a soft stud, like a stem or a soft stud.
Yes, soft stud, a stem. That is hilarious.
Yeah, stud and a femme, the stem. There's a lot of words. There's a lot of things.
Hold on, let me bring in Big Lazy. What's up, Big Lazy? How you doing, fam? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you
All
hear
right,
me?
cool. What's up, man?
Doing good, man.
That's what's up. You click the link. Talk to me, man. You just sitting there with me. So, as you were about to say, go ahead.
I love, man. I just wanted to say, man, I watch all your videos and stuff like that, man. Just proud of what you putting out there, bro. You putting good, positive stuff out there, bro.
Oh, man. Blessings to you, bro. Thank you so much.
I am up there right now. Just putting that in there.
It's all good, man.
Let me in the house, man. She done locked me out the house.
You said your girl locked you out the house?
Yeah, she locked me out the house. She took the key with her. I got the car key, but she got the house key.
Hey, well, let me tell you something, brother. As long as you get that car key, you ain't gonna never be homeless. You understand me?
That's
You
my son.
always got somewhere to stay. But I appreciate you, man.
Just enjoying the air right now.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming in, fam.
He's got to enjoy the air. He's outside. He's got no other
Ain't nothing else
choice.
to enjoy. You better save your batteries. You can watch the movies.
All right. That's why you got to keep a backup battery on you. You never know.
Hold on. ASAP is back. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
ASAP, what's up, man? ASAP, when you watch this replay, ASAP, I want you to be able to see why this isn't working out. I'm trying to bring you in, but it's not, your connection isn't strong, and you look frozen on our side. So please don't be mad at me, fam. I'm just telling you why it didn't work out. Team CT all day. All right, so, and I got witnesses. All these hundreds of people who are in here watching on different platforms, you can see the proof. So, guys, Mina got to get out of here. I got to let you go. I always appreciate you coming through the rock with me. This will be what I would do for the future, guys. I'm going to do this show on Wednesdays and Fridays. So every Wednesday and Friday from 4 until about 5:30, I'm going to rock. We're going to talk relationships. We're going to be discussing all of that good stuff. You guys are going to be able to come in and talk to me live. I'm going to have some amazing women and guy guests, and we're just going to have a good time kicking it. Similar to my boy Tahir Zooming with the Homies, we going to be just kicking it, talking about everything on my platform. You know what I mean? So we get a chance to talk to me and my friends that you guys might not be familiar with, or that you are familiar with and that you love and want to see again. So, Mina, tell the people how they can find you and what you got coming up.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at I am Mina Q, MINAQ. You can find me on YouTube at Mina Q. Same thing, YouTube at Mina Q as well, MINAQ. Things I have coming up tomorrow, I am roasting my best friend. We're doing a bestie roast. So you can check that link out on my page and my bio. And on Friday, I'm doing another Zoom show with Mia Jackson. So you can check that link out on my bio as well. So if you want to see my stand-up, that would be great. If you want to see if I can or cannot roast, which we're going to see. We're definitely going to see. That will be tomorrow at 5, and it'll be Friday at 5 as well. So
nice. You also speaking of Zooming with the Homies, I'll be on Zooming with the Homies tonight from 7 to 9 on Tahir Moore's YouTube page. I'll be there, so come up in there and come kick it. I want to thank all of the people who sent us cash apps. Mina, you go first.
Oh yes, I would like to thank Autumn. Thank you so much. Corey Dean, Mona Love. Thank you guys so much for cash apping and just supporting, and for sharing your stories to everybody who shared what they're going through, because you know it's hard out here. We got to stick together. These are the facts. Thank you so much for Autumn, Corey, Mona. Appreciate the love. Everybody on YouTube, the super chats. Thank you so much. We got another person in the studio. I want to get to this last person. What's up, fam?
Hey, what's up with it, man?
How you doing, brother?
Shit, chilling, man. I just came in to see if I can put my application in for Team CT. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. I get that question all the time. I need y'all to hear me loud and clear when I say this. Y'all are already on the squad. The fact that you guys like the videos, you watch them, share them, comment on them, that is the role I love, that you guys are always supporting me. Already on the squad. I can't be Team CT without y'all because you guys truly are the team.
Oh, already. No, I ain't mean nothing like really getting the application. And I was just BSing around, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I just want to show some love, man. Like when you be doing your thing though, for real. I be looking at all these little comments, the whole Wise thing on Wise. Man, I ain't gonna lie, man. Your stuff be live for real though. I ain't gonna lie. I be at work like I'm on taking phone calls and stuff. I be at work like, dang. Customers be talking to me. I be like, oh, what'd you say? I put no pause and stuff like, man, I'm about to lose my job looking at your videos, man.
Hey, man, you know what I'm saying? That's on Wise. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, feel me though.
Appreciate you, man.
Already, man.
All right. All right, now everybody else coming to click the link. Look, okay, I can't break everybody. I got to let Mina go. We got to get out of here. I will be back on Friday of this week at 4 p.m. So come rock with us. We're going to have a good time. This was so fun. Thank you for everybody who's been watching on every different platform. Thank you for everybody who's been donating the money. Thank you for everybody for commenting. Next time you see me on live, share this so we can get even more people in the room. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Team CT all day. And you do know that